Have you ever noticed how hard it is to see a mistake when you're the one who made it? You look at your store and think, it looks great. The colors are right, the logo looks professional, there are products, there's a button, it's live. But the customer comes in and leaves. On average, 97% of visitors leave without making a purchase. Today, I want to show you why your store might seem trustworthy to you but not to your customer, and how that could be costing you not just sales, but thousands of dollars in wasted traffic every month. We're going to talk about customer psychology. I'll give you a practical test you can try right now, and at the end, a complete CRO checklist so you can audit your store. Hey, I'm Igor, founder of Vasta, where we help Shopify store owners convert more visitors into buyers using data-backed CRO strategies. And we've worked with over 450 Shopify stores just like yours. There is a well-known psychological phenomena called the exposure or familiarity effect. It says that the more you see something, the more you trust it. You chose every color, every word, every image. To you, everything makes sense. After all, you know the product. You know it delivers. You trust yourself. But your customer doesn't know any of that. They just landed there out of nowhere. And in the first 3 to 5 seconds, they're already deciding, should I stay or should I leave? It's like introducing someone you love to a complete stranger. To you, they're amazing because you know their story. But to the stranger, all they see is the surface in those first few seconds. And in your store, most people leave. Not because they don't want to buy, but because they didn't find a reason to stay. They didn't see the right signals or connect with your message. Some studies suggest that 55% of users spend less than 15 seconds on a website. So right off the bat, they need to see themselves there because first impressions are formed in just 50 milliseconds. And no surprise, 94% of those first impressions are based on design. There is a crucial point. Trust is a feeling, and feelings are built through signals you need to leave and align throughout your entire store. It's your communication in harmony. When a customer enters your store, their brain subconsciously asks 3 questions. Is this safe? Is this real? Is this trustworthy? And they answer those questions based on what they see, feel, and intuit in just seconds. So there are 4 pillars of digital trust. Number 1, social proof. This is one of the most important elements of the internet today. It's not just about having testimonials. It's about having real testimonials. Ones that can answer common questions or express genuine feelings and experiences about your product. Replace amazing product with something like received in 2 days. My daughter loved the product and I've already recommended it to 3 friends. Highly recommended. Also, use social proof elements such as reviews with customer photos, video testimonials, photos of customers using the products, real numbers, something like over 2,847 satisfied customers, and of course, media mentions. And here's something I see a lot out there. We had a client in the supplement niche who was using a page builder app, the kind that promises to do everything for you and seems to make life easier at first. But this guy had over 1,000 reviews on his site, and our SEO team found out that none of it was being indexed. It didn't even show up on the site's code, meaning Google wasn't receiving any of it. Just imagine real customers writing things like, this supplement tastes great and goes down smooth, and finally, no jitters from caffeine, or the perfect supplement for women. These are exactly the kind of words real people are typing into Google, but it was all trapped inside of the app. To me, that's like throwing away gold. So here's the main takeaway. Be careful with those solutions that seem too easy. Generic page builders, all-in apps, They usually have major limitations, especially under the hood, in the code, in the more complex areas. So every single customer reviews is an opportunity to show up on Google, boost your SEO, and increase your authority. So don't waste that. Number two, authority. Who has used it before? Has any media outlet mentioned it? Are there any impressive numbers? This needs to be shown. Some key elements of authority include certifications and seals, awards and recognitions, time in the market, founders' experience, and of course, relevant partnerships. Now, number three, visual consistency. Every pixel matters. Every misalignment breaks trust or fails to resonate with your true audience. So everything should include professional and clean design, consistent typography and harmonious colors, high quality images, and most importantly, flawless responsiveness. Number four, transparency. Always remember, when your brand speaks, it should sound like a real person, not a corporate robot. So develop consistent elements of transparency, such as clear shipping and return policies, visible contact information, a transparent buying process, human, accessible language, and include behind-the-scenes stories. It's the sum of these details that answer the question, can I trust this, before the customer even consciously asks it. Now, I'm going to propose a very simple task that can open your eyes, and you can do it right now. Are you ready for it? Because it's important to remember that shaping how your brand is perceived is a complex process. But this task is a great starting point to understand how transparent your communication is. So step one, prepare the environment. Take a screenshot of your homepage, or even better, record your phone screen while navigating through your store. Step two, find your test subject. Choose someone who has never seen your store before. It could be your mom, your grandmother, a friend, or even a neighbor. It's important that it must be someone who doesn't know your business. Step three, ask the right questions. Show it for exactly 10 seconds and then ask, what do you think this store sells? Would you buy from it? Why or why not? What stood out the most? And did anything bother you? If that person stumbles on the first question, your store isn't communicating where you sell. If they hesitate on the second, you've got a trust issue. If they say, looks like just any other store, then you're not standing out. And if you want to take it a step further, show them 3 stores from your niche, including yours, and ask which one feels the most trustworthy. Get ready for a surprise. Today's consumer is more tired and more demanding. They've been deceived before, received poor quality products, had frustrating support experiences, fallen for fake stores, and they know how easy it is to just switch stores and find a similar product elsewhere. So they enter your store expecting the worst. Your mission is to positively surprise them by doing the basics quite well. So use humanizing techniques such as, number 1, show your face. Who's behind the brand? Add a photo of yourself, share your story, and explain why you started the business. Instead of writing something like, company founded in 2020, say something like, hi, I'm Marina. I started the store after my daughter was born with allergies and I couldn't find natural products that actually worked. Number 2, behind the scenes and process. Show how the product is made, how it's packaged, and how it's shipped. These formats work great on social media. You can create stories showing the product being packed, videos of the production process, photos of the team at work, which is awesome, a delivery timeline. 3, an about page that creates connection. Don't just be another company. Tell your story, share your purpose. These are essential elements. Photo of the founders, the story of how you all began, a clear and human mission, values that resonate, and milestones and lessons learned. 4, authentic reviews. I always emphasize this. Your store needs reviews, and real reviews have imperfections that actually make them more believable. That means they mention specific details, include small and constructive criticism, vary in length and tone, feature non-professional photos, and tell short and personal story. So do you want to know what your store should look like? Stop thinking like the owner and start thinking like a customer. More specifically, like your customer. Imagine it's 11 p.m. and you're desperately trying to solve a problem. You find your product on Google. What do you want to see in the first 10 seconds? So here are some non-negotiable elements of the first impression. First of all, clear promise. What do you do in the first sentence? What problem do you solve? What result do you deliver? Then, immediate proof. Why should I believe you? Who else has trusted you? And what guarantees do you offer? Now, easy navigation. Where is what I'm looking for? How do I buy? How much does it cost? Here's the thing. Trust is rhythm. It starts with the very first sentence and is nurtured with every single click, every scroll, every interaction. There must be consistency in everything you deliver throughout your customer's journey. So here's the juice. It works something like this. Second 1, 2, 3 is the first impression. What grabs attention? Professional design, fast loading, and clear value proposition. Second 4 to 10, it's all about relevance. Is it for me? Does it solve my problem? Is it within my budget? And then seconds 11 to 30, it's all about credibility. Visible social proof, transparent information, and intuitive navigation. In the next few minutes, they decide to focus on product details, return policy, and payment options. Every detail you overlook could be the reason you're losing the sale and the customer. So here are some very simple details that could be causing this faster than you think. If your store doesn't open up properly on mobile, if your photos are pixelated, I've seen it everywhere, if prices are hidden, if the checkout process is confusing, if there is surprise shipping at the end, if there is no visible contact information, and much more. Trust isn't something you ask for, it's something you build, brick by brick, detail by detail, especially on the internet. And if you want to build a store that truly inspires trust, you start by admitting this. Maybe you're not seeing what your customer sees. When in doubt, don't trust your own taste. Trust the perception of those who make a purchase. Understand the purpose, and most importantly, know your audience deeply. Because at the end of the day, you don't get to decide if your store is trustworthy. Do the quick test today. Record the person's reaction and drop in the comment the most brutal answer you got. And if you want to go deeper, grab the CRO checklist in the description. It's a free resource with 30+ tips we've used in real projects. I'm Igor Silva, a Shopify expert and passionate entrepreneur. If this video changed your perspective, make sure to subscribe and drop a comment, because content like this drops here every week. And check the links below to grab our freebies, request an audit, or explore our tools. See you next time.